Have you ever wondered who created this universe? Is it God? Is it energy? Is it chance? Or is it something far deeper than our imagination? More than 500 years ago, someone asked the same question to Gautama Buddha, and his answer was so profound, so unexpected that it changed the way people understood reality forever. Today I will take you into that moment, into that question, and into Buddha's timeless wisdom. So sit comfortably, take a deep breath, and let's begin. A young seeker once approached Buddha. His eyes were full of curiosity, his mind full of confusion. He bowed and asked, Lord, who created this universe? It was not just a question. It was a burning desire to understand existence. But Buddha did not answer immediately. He simply looked at the young man with a gentle smile, a smile full of compassion yet full of mystery. The seeker waited. And the more Buddha stayed silent, the more restless he became. Finally, Buddha spoke. Buddha said, suppose a man is struck by a poisoned arrow. His family brings a skilled surgeon to remove it, but the man refuses. Imagine this scene. The man says, wait. Don't remove the arrow. First tell me who shot it. Was he tall or short? What was his caste? What kind of bow did he use? What was the arrow made of? What feathers were used from which bird? What direction did it come from? The surgeon cannot help him because the man wants answers, not healing, and before anyone can respond, the man dies. Buddha looked at the seeker and said, your question is like that. Buddha continued, whether the universe was created by a god, or by chance, or whether it has always existed, what difference will it make, if your mind is still filled with ignorance, fear, suffering, and desire? He added, first remove the arrow of suffering. Then you will know the truth of this universe yourself. Let this sink in. Buddha wasn't avoiding the question. He was pointing the seeker toward a deeper truth. When the mind is clouded, even the right answers cannot be understood. It's like explaining the vastness of the ocean to someone who refuses to step out of a small well. But the seeker was stubborn. He said, Lord, I understand suffering must end, but still please tell me who created the universe. Buddha walked a few steps, touched the earth with his toes, and gently said, are you sure you want the answer? Because the answer is not something to be heard. It is something to be experienced. The seeker nodded. So Buddha began to explain, not in theology, not in dogmas, but in the language of pure truth. Buddha said, this universe has no identifiable beginning. This shocked the seeker. What do you mean, Lord? Buddha replied, everything is a cycle. Birth, death, rebirth. Creation, expansion, dissolution, winter, summer, winter again. Nothing begins, nothing ends. Everything simply transforms. Then Buddha picked up a leaf from the ground. Look at this leaf. Where did it begin? In the seed, in the tree, in the soil, in the rain, in the sunlight. If you look deeply, its beginning dissolves into countless causes. He continued, there is no single creator. There is only an endless chain of causes and conditions. This is what Buddhism calls Pratītya-samutpāda, dependent origination. Everything exists because something else existed before it. Buddha said the universe is not created by someone. It arises on its own, just like a flame appears when fuel, oxygen, and heat come together. He added, creation is not an event. Creation is a process. Then he pointed toward the sky, the stars you see, the galaxies far beyond your body, your thoughts all arise from conditions. The seeker whispered, so does God not exist? Buddha smiled again and said, I did not say that. I only say before you ask who created the universe, first find out who is asking the question. Buddha placed his hand gently on the seeker's shoulder. Look within. Who are you really? Are you the body, the mind, the thoughts, the name given to you? If you don't know who you are, how will you understand who created the universe? The seeker closed his eyes, his breath slowed. For the first time, the question began dissolving. He realized the question, who created the universe, comes from the ego, not from wisdom. The ego wants to know, wants to argue, wants to feel superior. But Buddha wanted him to wake up. So he said, don't search for the creator outside. Search within. When you truly know yourself, the answer will reveal itself. Buddha said, the real question is not who created the universe. The real question is, why do you suffer? How can you be free? What keeps you bound? What liberates you? Because unless you are free, your understanding will always be limited. It's the same as asking a person with eyes full of dust to describe the sunrise. First, the dust must be removed. Finally, Buddha spoke directly. The universe was not created by a god sitting in the sky. Nor did it appear without cause. It arises from endless cycles of birth and death, action and reaction, energy and form. He explained, there is no first cause. There is only cause and effect interlinked endlessly. This is why Buddha never taught the concept of a single almighty creator. Because for Buddha, creation is continuous, existence is dynamic. Everything is interdependent, nothing exists independently, nothing is permanent, everything is evolving in this vast flow of existence. No single point can be called the beginning. Buddha gave another beautiful example. He asked the seeker, when a wave rises in the ocean, who created it? The seeker replied, the wind, the water, the movement. Buddha said, exactly. A wave has no creator, it arises from conditions. Then he added, the universe is also a wave in the infinite ocean of existence. The seeker finally smiled, he was beginning to understand. But Buddha wasn't finished. He leaned closer and whispered, if you must use the word creator, then understand this. The creator is not separate from creation. He said the creator is not a being. The creator is being itself. The creator is the process, the lore, the continuity, the energy. Then he added one of the most powerful lines, you are part of the creation, and creation flows through you. The seeker's eyes widened. He realized he was not outside the universe trying to understand it. He was the universe trying to understand itself. Buddha added, people waste their lives debating metaphysics. They argue about God, creation, heaven, hell, souls, angels, but none of this ends suffering. Instead, ask these questions, why am I angry? Why am I afraid? Why do desires control me? Why do I repeat the same mistakes? Why do I judge others? What is the nature of my mind? These questions lead to liberation. He concluded, when ignorance ends, all answers appear naturally. The seeker bowed deeply. His arrogance melted. His mind became quiet. His heart softened. He said, Lord, I understand now. The question who created the universe was not important. The important thing is, how do I wake up? Buddha smiled. You are asking the right question now. Before the seeker left, Buddha said one last thing, this universe is not created by someone. It is not random, it is not meaningless, it is a living, breathing, ever-changing mystery. Don't try to solve it, try to experience it. Because the universe is not a question, it is an invitation. And now, dear listener, Buddha's message is for you too. You may wonder who created everything. Why am I here? What is the purpose of life? How does the universe work? These are natural questions. But Buddha gently reminds us, before understanding the cosmos, understand yourself. Because the mind that seeks answers is the same mind that creates confusion. Once the mind becomes silent, the universe becomes clear. Buddha's final teaching, the universe is not outside you. The universe is within you. When you know yourself, you know everything. So the next time you look at the night sky, remember you are not a small part of the universe. You are the universe expressing itself through a human form. The creator, the creation, the created are all one. If this teaching touched your heart, share it with someone who is searching for truth, and remember, the journey is not outward but inward. Thank you for listening. May you be peaceful. May you be free. May you awaken.